I'm getting ready to start some Palo Verde trees. So one of the first things I need to do is scarify them. And what that means is we're cutting off that little hard shell here. So you can see the little green. We're getting down to what's underneath. So to do that, I just get a utility knife, any sharp knife really. And very carefully, just going to slice off the shell till we get to what's underneath. See, now we have that exposed. We're going to dunk it in water. And I will go through and get all these done. We'll let it sit in water for, I'm probably going to let it sit in for 24 to 36 hours. Then we'll plant it in some soil. Okay, our seeds have been soaking, and so now it is time to plant. Let's see, we'll pull them out. You can see they have swollen a little bit. This is one that hasn't been soaked, and that's one that has been soaked. So I'm going to plant them about 1/2 inch to inch deep. And for soil, I just got some soil out of the yard. You could use more of a desert mix, but I figured if they can't grow in the soil I have in my yard, they probably won't grow well anyways. So I just pulled the soil out of the yard. Get these planted. And the soil I have, it's just moist. It's not super damp or wet. And I'm putting 5 in each one because, well, I like to have some backups just in case. Okay. These are all planted. So I'm probably going to put these inside by a window just so they have kind of consistent temperature. I'll wait for them to sprout. After they get a little bit taller, maybe like 8 high, I'll put them outside in a nice shady area just to let them kind of keep growing and adjust to the temperature outside. These are the Palo Verdes after 2 weeks, and you can see they're already starting to sprout up. I am going to go take them outside. I'll put a little bit of mulch on the top and water them, and we'll let them start hardening off. Well, it's been about 5 months since we planted the Palo Verdes, and you can see they're getting a lot bigger, so it's time to plant them now. And I'm going to put them in our permaculture orchard, our food forest. Okay, so you might be able to see the plants a little bit better. They've gotten a lot taller. We're going to use this one. What do you think, buddy?
I like it.
So I've already kind of leveled it out, but I test it by putting the pot in, and I want the top of the ground to be about level with there. So I'll put this in if you want to fill dirt in around, bud.
Okay.
Okay. So why don't you fill some dirt in around here, buddy? Let's pull it off and put it around. Try to. What I like about the cardboard, once it's wide enough, it's much easier just to push it around. So, flatten that out some, leave kind of a well. And in order to protect it, keep weeds from growing up, we're going to cut some cardboard to go around it. So I cut a triangle and cut that out. And that allows it to come up around here. I'll cut the other one the same way. This will just help keep the weeds down, so the tree has a better chance, and it looks cleaner. Ooh. It's a hot Texas day. And since I don't want all these growing by each other, I'm going to pick the strongest and healthiest. And while this one is taller, this one has a lot thicker of a trunk. So I'm just going to trim these off. The reason being, I don't want to pull them up because I don't want to damage the roots of anything down below there. we'll keep this one safe. And now let's put some mulch around it.
Okay.
Want to grab a handful of mulch? I probably need gloves, huh? Yeah, I'll do it with this. Well, good job. Water the mulch around the cardboard too. The cardboard will wick water up and moisture away from the ground and dry it out if we don't get it wet. So we're going to really wet the mulch around the tree really well and get the cardboard wet. And in doing that, it'll keep it nice and moist and help the tree to grow.
Daddy?
Yeah, buddy?
Do we want the tree really soaking wet?
It's okay to get it soaking wet this time. This kind of tree doesn't like a whole lot of water. But it's okay to get it really wet this time.
Because we just planted it.
Yeah, but we just planted it and we want it to start off with a nice bit of water. I want to push down around here just to make sure all the dirt is seeded well and nothing's pushing on our tree.
I got it, nice and soaking.
You do a good job. Okay. I think that should be good. Gonna go turn the water off?
Sure.
All right. And the last thing I'm gonna do is put a cage around this. I make these cages out of remesh, and we have a lot of deer, and they will destroy all of our plants and eat them off. So this remesh cage will keep the deer off of it and give the tree a fighting chance. Probably next weekend I'll put some linseed oil on it and we'll stake it down, but this tree is planted and ready to go.